It's cold as shit outside. I just got home, so hop off in the kitchen with me while I make some warm, creamy Poblano enchiladas for dinner tonight. First things first, go ahead and start boiling your chicken. Now here in my sink, I have 3 decent sized Poblano peppers. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse those off real good and make sure all like any dirt and anything is off of them. And then once I get through doing this, we're gonna chop these up into like bite-sized pieces along with a small onion. All right, now that I've got my Poblano peppers and my onion cut up into bite-sized pieces, I'm gonna take a little bit of avocado oil, and I got a pan and I put it on about medium-high heat. I'm gonna use about 2-3 tablespoons of avocado oil. I'm gonna let that heat up real good, and then I'm gonna add this to the pan and I'm gonna cook it down until they're nice and soft. Once your peppers and onions start looking about like this, where they're nice and brown and sweated out and stuff and they're softer, now we're gonna take these right here and we're gonna put them into a blender. All right, so I have my Poblano peppers and my onions put into my blender. Now to the blender, okay, I'm gonna add about 1/4 of a cream cheese block. So about that much, give or take. Hold on, I'm gonna find my napkin. Now I can't find it. All right, and then to that, I'm gonna add a whole bunch of cleaned cilantro. If you want to dice it up before you put it in there, you can. I'm just gonna let it do the work for me. All right, so there's that, a whole bunch. I like cilantro, so I'll put a little extra. All right, and then chicken broth. I make my own chicken broth, and I make it with the bouillon 10 times better than already made broth. Do as you please. This is how we do it in our house, but to me, this tastes 10 times better. All right, so I have about, God, I can't even see. Little over 2 cups of some chicken broth, and I'm gonna put it in here. Make it to your liking. If you use the bouillon, please keep in mind that it is very salty, okay? I don't add a lot of seasoning to this recipe just because a lot of the flavor and the salt does come from this. So I just wanna put that out there. All right, so we'll pour that in. Now I am gonna put some seasonings. I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of pepper, and that's about it as far as the sauce goes. All right, so I got my garlic pepper and my pepper added. Now, if you wanted to make this a little bit spicier, now is the time when you can also add some jalapeno to it. I'm not gonna do spicy tonight. I'm like the only one in the house that really likes spicy stuff, so I'm gonna try to keep it where everyone else will like it. But you can do that if you wanted to make it spicy. All right, so now I'm gonna take my sauce that I blended up. I'm gonna take it and put it back into the hot pan that I've cooked the poblanos and the onions in, and I'm gonna let it come to a simmer. Now, the cream cheese is gonna help it where it thickens it a little bit when it's sitting there simmering, but I'm gonna add a cornstarch slurry to it just to help make it a little bit thicker. All right, and now I'm about to get ready to shred up my chicken. Now to the chicken, I kind of tore it up just a little bit to make it easier for me to use the beaters to shred it. And I added the rest of that cream cheese block. I added some pepper, I added some garlic powder, a little bit of all-purpose seasoning, and a little bit of smoked paprika, mainly for color. All right, so I added my cornstarch slurry to my poblano sauce. So I'm just gonna kind of let that sit and do its thing for a few minutes. Let it thicken up, let the flavors come together and marry each other, okay? I did get my chicken nice and shredded up and done with the cream cheese and seasonings in there. So I got that sitting to the side waiting to go. All right, so I got my tortillas here. Carb balance, it's the only ones I eat. My favorite ones. Plus it helps me keep my carb count down for the day. All right, so I'm gonna take these. I keep it simple, okay? I just take a little bit of cheese. I like Monterey Jack. Yeah, Monterey Jack. I like Monterey Jack cheese, so I'm gonna put just a little bit of that. Put it right in there, just like that. Okay. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of chicken that I showed you, a little bit of that chicken. I'm gonna take it, place it down in the middle, and just roll, baby. I know some of y'all got skills with rolling, so, you know, just tuck and roll. Tuck and roll. Picking up a drift. All right, and then we just gonna place that down in the pan. And I'm just gonna repeat that process until my pan is nice and full. And then I'll show you the next step. That's how they're looking. Oh, shit, my camera. Okay, there it goes. That's how they're looking so far. So the next step is I'll take that sauce that I simmered and let the flavors marinate and come together. I did put a little bit down in the bottom of the pan just to kind of help them from sticking. So I'm just going to take a couple of spoonfuls of this sauce and I'm going to put it over the top of the enchiladas. Just like to cover them. That's what they're looking like. That sauce is so good too. I taste it. So good. Alright, so I'm going to take some more cheese, Monterey Jack. I just like it, like I said. And I'm just going to put it over the top. I already got my oven preheated. I did put it on 375. So as soon as I get this covered up with the cheese, I'm going to pop it in the oven. And I'm going to let it bake for about, I don't know, 25-30 minutes or so. Kind of let it get nice and bubbly. Let the edges get crispy. All that yummy goodness. I guess I probably should have said too at the beginning of the video, is I don't measure shit, like hardly ever. So I don't have measurements for you if you're curious. I measure with what tastes good and what looks good. I taste and try it as I cook and as I go. I'm pretty much secure in that area where I just don't have to measure something. Now, and I was thinking in my head, I was like, you know, what could I do with this sauce? Obviously for like tacos or something, that'd be good, you know. But I wonder if like chilaquiles would be good. I don't know. Something I might have to try and cook up and kind of see how it tastes, because I love me some chilaquiles. So this is what it's looking like. See, I like mine a little crispy and brown like that on the top. To me, that's one of the best parts. All right, let's go ahead and give it a taste. I let it sit on the counter for a few minutes just to kind of cool off a little bit. So, let's see. That's what it's looking like. Oh my God, so good. Oh my God. I'm telling you, make it. It's so good. That sauce is... Let me know what you think.